Hey guys, it's Kelly again. Still sick, but still playing. So I want to do an art journal page, and I've got some of this stuff that I fussy cut out that I think is going to turn out good. So I thought I would turn on my camera and see what happens. I'm trying to keep all my sentiment is going to be discover something different. So I've got these little things out. Let me get those out of the way because I'll have to ink all that. But I'm using some Stamperia paper. This little corset I think is just gorgeous. And I got it from this old lace scrapbooking paper from Stamperia. There's some really cool things in here. It's 12 by 12 paper, so it's a little bit big. I'm finding it difficult for me to work with. It is gorgeous, but I probably should have got like an 8 by 8. But some of the things in here are just absolutely beautiful. I might use one of those butterflies. Oh, I just found that. So I'm probably going to have to cut up one of these tags. So, but yeah, I'm just playing with art journal ideas. And this is my jam. God, that was loud. This is my jam, and I love doing this. So, because there's really no rules. You can do whatever. And I'm not making this for anybody. So there's no pressure or stress here. So that's my favorite part about art journaling. But I do like to share it with you guys because you guys seem to enjoy those videos when I do them. So I will share. Artistic therapy. Aren't these gorgeous? Look at them. I love this old-fashioned stuff. Now, I will be darned if you would catch me in one of those now. I can't even imagine how painful that was back in the day. Oof, man, that had a heart. But boy, they look beautiful, didn't they? So let me put this paper aside because I think I'm going to be done with the lace paper. And wow, I got a mess going in here because I worked all day and didn't have a lot of time. So this is cute. I like this little love tag. I actually might get that out too. Let me fussy cut this. So it is the season to be doing some Christmas things, which I do love to do that. However, sometimes I need a break from the same thing and I need to do something a little different. And I like to discover something different, like the sentiment says. And this is kind of different. I don't really work with lace very much. I used to be on a design team for a lace company and I loved her stuff and I loved what she would send me. It was great. And then we couldn't do it anymore. You only have your certain amount of time on a design team. Usually it depends, but that was several years ago. But that was when I've never really worked too much with lace, but so I thought I would try to stretch my creative normal boundaries that I've set for myself and try something different. And this little tag right here I think is going to have just the cute little elements that I'm looking to add to my little corset design here. It kind of has a steampunky feel to it. And that's because I used some of this paper pad from Stamperia, which is the Lady Vagabond. Really, really pretty. If you guys are into this kind of thing, man, I just cannot get enough of Stamperia's papers. I might save that little lace border right there because I might use that. Their papers are gorgeous. I have noticed just a criticism, a constructive criticism, which isn't really a criticism, it's just a pattern that I've noticed, that they do repeat patterns. So some of the patterns you'll see it's just they change maybe the orientation, but it's the same design. But you know what? It's because it works. It's not because they're being cheap or anything like that. I mean, I'm sure everybody needs to save money, but it's just the design works. So why not repeat it with just a different touch to it? I don't know. But again, I'm not one of the big paper suppliers, so kind of hard for me to give good feedback on that. That's realistic to a business, running a business. I've ran a business before and I was good at it, but it wasn't that kind of business. So I had to cut off my antenna, but I'm going to kind of let that be my guide. I'll put those aside. So the idea here, I've got these stamps. I may wind up using those. I'm not sure. Let me put this away in my handy dandy. These are my pouches. I got a video on how to make these pouches. Oh, I'm so glad that I made these because I get to keep all the little bits that I cut out that might not make the cut for my project. all together in the same paper pad. And that is really, really helpful. I bend my paper, hold on. Really, really helpful to have that. So I really like that. It's working well for me. But the art journal that I'm doing is this one that I made. I did a video on how to make a journal just like this. It's very, very easy. And these are basically 5.5, 5.5 by 4.25. So I'm going to cut this kind of to size in here, but it's probably going to be a little bit smaller. So I'm probably going to wind up putting it on another sheet of paper and gluing it to that and then putting it down in here. That's the pattern that I kind of do, and I kind of like that. So let's see how that works. So this, we will just play. Nothing wrong with playing. I'm going to get some 90-pound index card. And I'm going to cut it down to, I swear I'm never going to get over this crazy sickness I've got. 5.5, 4.25. That was really loud. So a lot of people have art journals and then they just like to do it right on the art journal page. There's nothing wrong with that. That's great. I feel like I'm not quite brave enough to do that because I just don't want to ruin it. But so I'm going to cut this paper out. I love how this is all stained with the coffee stain. That's what makes me think I might want to use these. I don't know. This is Vicky Papineau's. I hope I'm saying her name right. I say that every time. I love her stamp set with the splatters and this one. Oh, I love that one. You just kind of touch it here and there. And these little stamps and this little thing, just to put those on the side. She does that in hers, and I want to make sure I give credit where it's due. She inspires me. She is my muse when it comes to art journals. She's just so talented. And I just love how she does her. I love the way she does her pages. And it's always inspiring. So, and I try to remember to leave her link in there. So I'll try to remember to do it again this time. So I'm going to cut that down. And then I don't want to use the green. So I'm going to figure out my own background here. I don't know what it'll be yet. I'm thinking maybe something with a, probably a red tone would be good with what I've got happening here. I don't work the best with red, but we'll see. But yeah, there's nothing wrong, guys, with fussy cutting your designer paper and just take it like I did. I took pieces of a tag out of there. You don't have to use the whole piece as it comes. Do you, man? Make it yours. And some people, there's been comments, I've talked about this before. There's some people that are like, well, it's not really, you're not really doing art, you know, you're just borrowing somebody else's. Yeah, I am. And I appreciate their art, and they've done a beautiful job. That's why I purchased it. I purchased it. It inspired me, and now I'm going to make it my own. Why is that a bad thing? I'm not a professional artist. I didn't sign up for that. And if you're expecting that of me, sorry to let you down, but that's not who I am. You know, so it's not what I'm all about. So let me know if you guys feel the same way about that. Like, I don't think that I'm cheating. I don't think that I'm stealing anybody else's stuff. You put it for sale. I purchased it. Isn't that what you wanted? Isn't that what you wanted from it? I purchased it, and now I'm using it, and I'm using it in a way that I like. There's no trademark issues. I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about that. But those kind of comments usually come from people that are professional artists, which I respect. I truly do. But I am not, and I can still enjoy doing art that isn't on a professional level. So I don't know. I hope that makes sense. I got that little tag there. I don't know. I just put it there. Maybe a little lace runner. That might be a little bit too much. That little guy might be cute along the edge. I don't want to fussy cut all those little things out. Less might be more. I had another set of books in here. I feel like I might need something else on this side. I guess I could stamp over there. To fill in there. Let's think through this. Or just move the whole darn thing over. Yeah, maybe that'll work. This clock does not have to be in there, but And I just cut this little lock out of the paper, and this little, I don't know why I feel like I want to put these two together and make it like a head on here. That's like steampunkalicious right there. So, and put that, and that will just be coming off the page like that. And then maybe I can put discover something, maybe in the books. I don't know, but I'm kind of liking that. So, I'm really high up, but hopefully you guys can see what I'm dealing with here. It's a little crooked. That's okay. So I'm going to take a picture with my phone just so that I will remember what I've got working out here, because I don't want to forget. And then I'll play with the background. That's where a lot of people struggle with art journaling. Or, you know, it's either one or the other. You got all these pieces and you love it, and then you can't find a background to put it on. I don't think I'm going to use that. Or you make a ton of backgrounds and then you can't find anything to put on them. So I have tons of backgrounds, guys. I'll just be honest with you. I got tons and tons and tons. Like I'll get my, what do you call it? My gel plate out, my printing plate, and I make a bunch of these. Just a bunch of these. Look, these have been sitting here for a while. I haven't used them yet. I will, but I haven't yet. But I got a lot of them. So they're right here off to the side, so I look at them often. But for this one, there's a little bit of red in there, so some pink. So I'm going to find myself some distress colors. And I find myself more and more gravitating to just my regular distress and not the oxides. But with this being lace and a little muted, that might be good. Let me take a look. Whew, aged mahogany is like, oh, I love that. It's so beautiful. All of these are going to be way too pinky. I still have yet to use this color. I bought it. I haven't even used it yet. I need to play with that one. I love picked raspberry. Barn Doors 2 red. I might need to mute it down a little bit with some Victorian velvet. Crackling Campfire is a little bit too orange, I think. Fired Brick is really red. Aged Mahogany can mute it down a little bit. I don't know. We'll take a look. So I got those for my red. And that's for just regular distress ink. I might change my mind. I don't remember the colors that I have for oxide, but I don't think I have quite the variety for red. So we'll think through it. So we're going to use definitely Vintage Photo, definitely Black Soot, of course. How do you not? We don't need Spice Marmalade. I don't think I'm going to need tea dye. I think I'll get what I need from that. Okay. So let's try that. We'll go with those. So that's what I got. Put my stamps over here. Now let's make a background. Let's get dirty. So I think I've shown you guys this before. I like to use these often. This is just one of those hot pad things that you get. You probably see them on your grocery stores hanging on the edge at Walmart and places. This is so good. Pretty cheap usually, and you just put your ink pads on there. You can use it for all kinds of things. You can put your glue gun on there too, and then it protects it, and then all your glue just kind of falls in there, and then you just pop it right out. So these little pads are awesome. I've got a couple of them. And then I also have these little jobbers that I got in some kits. These work great. These work really good for cleaning like your sponges, for cleaning your brushes in your sink. These are awesome for so many things. So you can clean with these little brush guys, and then you can stamp with that little sucker. These are cute. I love them from Simon Says Stamp. Okay, that's good enough for me. So how do I want to do this? Do I want to use my sponges? Do I want to use my Well, we're going to have to get it wet either way. So let's see. This is going to go in the middle. I need some color on the outside. I definitely want to have some red. So let's just make some red happen. I don't have a sponge for this one. So I have all of these. Dude, I bought, you guys, I say dude like I'm talking to individual. These are for just distress. I bought a bunch of these. I'm not crazy about them because they're not like, I don't know, they're not, I don't know. I thought this was going to be better. It's disappointing because it's too busy. It's like cluttered to me. I'm really disappointed in it. But I have all these brushes that I got, so I'm just going to use that. I'm just going to use that. And we're going to load that sucker up. And if I don't like this, I got another sheet of paper. So I'm going to start in the middle because that's going to get covered up. And then pull it out and see how I like it. So the red is going to be down in here. So I want it to kind of go across the page. It'd be cool to have some of that showing behind that that clock that I had in the right hand and the left hand corner. Cool to have some of that there. A little bit down here. Do some red down here. So that is Fire Brick Red Distress ink. And I'm fine with all these imperfections that you see in there. Perfectly fine. This is all going to get covered up down here. So I'm not going to worry about that. And this is basically in the same red family. I'm not going to freak out because I'm going from distress to distress. It's not distress to oxide. You'd never want to mix those, for the record. If you don't already know that, you should. Want you to know that. So the mahogany isn't showing me too much difference. It's kind of aged mahogany. A little bit darker. But I'm not seeing a big change here. Okay. That is good for me. And then we will get some, let me get my, please hold. This is just a laminated piece of paper for those that don't know about this already. I like to squish and splatter with that. So I like the darker tone on tone thing. So I'll try that and see if I like that. Just spray it. And then I will use my splatter brush, which is just any paintbrush will do, but like here, this one will work. Oh, I don't have any water. Darn it. I forgot to bring water. All I have is this. So I'm going to have to put a little bit more down here. I forgot to get my little jars filled with water because I got myself all cleaned up. All right. So I'll put some watermarks on here. Not quite dark enough for my liking. I just need a little bit more. That's darker. Cool. Now I can't clean it. So, what I'll do is nothing. Because I don't have my stuff and I don't want to stop recording, so I will just use this water here to clean it up. And this right there. Okay. So we're going to let that dry. I'm actually going to dry it. Look how cool that looks. God, how do you not love distress ink? Ooh, it's my jam. I love it. I'm going to slap down some vintage photo. Try not to get it in the water. I'll just use that water. I'm going to do some more splatters. That's not going to be dark enough. I was worried about that. So, we'll solve that. Take care of that right now. You want darker? There we go. don't have enough water. I love that. Okay. Love it, love it, love it. Not as clean as I'd like it, but we're gonna roll. I'm gonna move forward. Okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna let that dry. Put that over there. I need to clean all this up before I make a really big mess. Cleaning all my splatters. Now I do want to ink around the outside to bring it in, so that can get kind of boring. I also need to ink around the outside of all of these. So this one is a sticker, but it is kind of watery, so, or I'm sorry, it's got paper on it, so I'm going to cut it down because I have fussy cut all these with no white border on it, so it doesn't make any sense to have this one clock with the white border on it. So I'm just going to cut it down. Only takes a minute. I really like these scissors. These are the Tim Holtz Sizzix tonic. I'm sorry, the tonic scissors. Really like these for for fussy cutting. Small things, really like them, but I have to admit that sometimes my hand gets a little bit tired depending on how much I'm doing, because I don't know, my hand will get a little bit tired. And I saw these new ones from Fisker. I'll get a little bit bigger, from Fisker's, where it's got like that bounce to it. Let me know, share with me in the comments if you guys would, please. Have you tried those? Are they good? Are they not good? Are they worth the money? Because I think they're like $17 or $20 scissors. And I've got these. I've got several other scissors. And I'm like, God, are they even worth the money? Because I've got tons of scissors. I've got these little Fiskars, guys. But these are like really pointy tip ones. They're fine. They're really old. I've got the medium size one from Tonic. You know, the Tim Holtz medium size ones. And then there were huge ones from Tonic. And I use them all. But this is my favorite one for fussy cutting. So, and I'm always looking for even another option for fussy cutting. So let me know what you guys use and what you love. And what you hate too, so I can avoid that. That would be great. Okay. So I'm going to have a lot of inking to do. And this is why I usually don't do things live, because this is the stuff that's kind of boring. So if you want to fast forward through this, I get it. I'm going to try to talk about interesting things while I do this. No guarantees. Just saying. Can't tell you. I can't promise it's going to be interesting. But I'll be blabbing. Who is it? Kathy Zilski. She cracks me up. So she did a video recently and had her husband do the voiceover for it. He was talking about like Mork and Mindy and all this. He had me rolling for real. It's cracking up listening to that. He's like, oh, Kathy's now she's doing what she does, and it was just so funny to get a dude's perspective for the voiceover on what she does. It was so, I had a blast listening to her. And sometimes I've got time to listen to what she's doing, but I definitely like to watch it when she makes cards. She's got a style that keeps everything clean and simple, and I speak that language fluently. I love it. I love her style on her cards too. And sometimes that's exactly what I need. Sometimes I'm in the mood for something complicated, right? If I'm in the mood for something complicated, then I'm going to go start looking at some of the other YouTubers out there that do like more cards when they start getting the kits. I wish I could remember her name. If I can remember, I'll put it in the link. She does the, oh my God, that totally makes sense. She does the card kits for like Simon Says Stamp, for Spellbinders. There's a lot of them out there, but this one specifically, if I'm going, that kit looks good, I'm not sure if I want that. If I go see what she does with it, lo and behold, I'd buy it. So yeah, that marketing strategy, I'm a sucker for it. Works every time. Because it worked for me. Because once I see what she does with it, I'm like, oh my God, that's so creative. Look at all the things I could do with that. Oh, I'm totally going to get that now. It's worth it. So I'm going to tell you what, Vintage Photo, God love Tim Holtz for coming up with this, because this makes everything better. It's like sugar for art journaling. Sugar for paper, if that makes any sense. Or like chocolate. I think this is dead sexy, this thing. Ugh. I wish it wasn't painful to wear these things. I'd wear them all the time. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I say that, but yeah. If I had to wear it, I complain about just wearing a bra, for God's sakes. I can't imagine wearing that. Y'all know you do too. Don't even try. Don't even try. You know, you look at those shaper mint things and you're like, ooh, maybe I need to do that. Don't. It's not worth it. I speak from experience. Not proud to say, but there you have it. All right. So I'm going to ink all of these. I will probably have to come back and do these in black too. I'm betting that's exactly what I'm going to have to do. And I don't know about that red. Now that yeah, I'm going to have to mute that down pretty good. But that's what the Vintage Photo's for. Okay. Oh, I got to do this little love tag. He's so cute. Okay. All right. Oh my God, that makes such a difference to me. Such a huge, huge difference. And that little thing goes there. This little guy goes right there. And then it's going to go on here. Definitely a little bit too red. So knew that would happen. No biggie. The magic of Vintage Photo will now make the red look very vintagey. Love it. Let me know if you guys like it too. Tell me, is it magical? Not magical. I think it's magical. So a lot of it will be covered up. That is okay. Oh, shoot. All right, I got that one done. We'll do some black soot to really get it dramatic. And then I'll take a look and see what it looks like on there, and then decide if I need to put black around those pieces, which odds are I will. I think I still got a little bit of cleaning stuff on here. Okay. So that muted that down. So I'm looking to pick up the red right here. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I'm looking to pick up some of the red here. You got some of it. Looks a little orangey now, but that's okay. So I'm going to add some stamps. And I'm going to use Vicky's stamps because I love her stamps. They are awesome. The only thing with these is they're not sticking to the... I get some good use out of them, but they're losing their stick to the stuff. So I don't like that part of it, but that's just going to happen when you use it, right? Since there's books, I think it makes sense to use these. Let me get my blocks. And I guess we'll start. I guess I'll start with that. I'm not looking for a perfect impression. You probably hear my son doing dishes. Throw those around here and there. And then this little guy, throw him around. If I can find my little, I wonder if this is big enough. Oh, look at that. We'll try that. Okay. That works. Wipe those off. Only takes a second. And that's probably my problem, is I should clean them better maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? Some stamps are just going to lose their cling to their acetate that they come in. It's just from use. It just is what it is. This one, I love it. I absolutely love this guy. So I'm going to do him in vintage photo just here and there. Starting to look like a crime scene. He's really loud in there, but he's doing dishes. So everybody be quiet and just let it happen. Okay. I might do some stamping on the background here with my... Wouldn't be right if I didn't use my crazy... I know, laugh at me all you want, but this is my favorite jam. I think it goes this way. Wouldn't be right if I didn't stamp some text in the background here. There we go. Just do a couple here and there. Getting busy. Can't say there's no visual texture on this sucker. All right. I'm liking how that's turning out. Let me add some black around here. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me comments. Let me know what you think. I hate it, Kelly. You're crazy. Stop talking. Stop doing videos like this. Put the music back on. We like that better. You won't hurt my feelings. Really, you won't. It's the editing videos, guys, that, oh, God. It takes forever. And I've decided that I'm just going to do that less. I would rather spend more time creating things and showing you this stuff than all the time that it takes to edit. Because you can edit. You can just say, I don't want to watch that, and move on. You know, I mean, you can just fast forward. So I'm going to let you edit so that you watch what you want to watch. And I don't dictate it. And I hope that works out. Wait, how did I do this? I look at my picture. Yes. Yeah, it was like that. Okay. I think this one needs to be a little bit more highlighted, with darker around the edges. I have plenty on my sponge. Let's play with it. Ah, see, I knew I would do this. I basically just undid all my vintage photo and traded it out for... You can still see a little bit, I promise. No, really, promise. Okay. I almost feel like it should come all the way down, but then I don't. So you can bring it in more. And then this guy here. God, that's loud. That steampunkalicious right there. And this little guy right here in the middle. This little tag coming out there. And then the little white from this sentiment will catch the white, the little white hints I got here and there. Pretty subtle. I'm sorry guys, I'd get up and close my door, but let's get some vintage first and then black soot on there. I hope I'm in camera here and you guys can see how I do this. It gets my fingers all inky, but that's how I know I'm having fun, is my fingers are inky. Discover. Discover something different. Because this is different than what I usually do. I don't think I've ever done anything like this. I used to do kind of steampunky jewelry and stuff back in the day. Used to sell that. It was pretty. Like little pendants that had like a clock on it hanging on. Those were pretty. I still have it. I wear it all the time. And it's kind of vintagey, not steampunky like that, kind of like I'm going to put glasses on my head kind of steampunk kind of thing. But I thought it was pretty cool. All right. All right, I think that's good. Now, where to put my sentiment? Kind of makes sense to have it up here in this empty space. That's probably exactly what I'm going to do. Yeah, it might make it a little wonky. Discover something different. Push that in. I like to see that little hole right there. Oh my gosh, I kind of like it. Kind of like it. I feel like I'm going to need some more. I'm going to bring this up. I got to put more red down here. I think if I bring it down too much, it's going to off-center it a little bit too much. So yeah, need to bring in some red over here. I know I have a ton of these. There it is. I got a little sanding disc on there. I don't think I need that Victoria velvet. I was worried about it. No need to be. Yeah, I don't want to do that. We'll stick to what we did. Bring some red. I'm going to bring this red in here a little bit more so that it has more of the red tone to pick that up instead of the, yeah, I think it needs just a little bit more. I don't want it to look like a crime scene, like I said, but I want it to, I don't want to undo what I just did. But I want it to be complementing and pulling that color out. Now it's too much. And now it's too much. Not enough, too much. Okay. That was really, really subtle. I do get that. Trust me, I understand. Mute that down a little bit and then grab my black soot, and I need to bring that in a little bit further. I'm not scared. There we go. I think I'll be happy with that. Yes, I need to call that done. Okay. I like it. I might pop these guys up a little bit. But I'm going to start gluing down. Oh my gosh. Look. Almost done. Didn't take that long. Yeah, it did take a while, but that's okay. I don't know why I'm trying to do that with my left hand. I know I can't. Just put one little strip here in case I change my mind. Discover. Just a little bit. In case I want to move it. I feel like that might have gone over too far, but something different. There we go. So I don't want to put too much bulk in my book. So I think what I'll do is just cut a couple strips here. doesn't have to be perfect. Just like 3. To build this up a little bit. Not a whole lot. Just a little. And then this one I can just bend up. So I'm just going to glue it down and bend up the wings. I think that's about where I wanted it. That's just going to go right on there. If I remember right, let me make sure. He's going to fall off. And these guys will go like that. Yeah. Those books will live right there forever. This will live right there forever. Like so. Lift it up just a little bit. This guy has his own little sticky, which I struggle with every time. These stickers, I don't know why I bother. I should just glue it down, but it's slippery, so I'm afraid that it won't stay. Oh, it worked. It's really sticky. Well, I better get that sucker straight. Let's try that. Put it like so. That will have to be good enough. I'll just put that right behind it. I'll put this down. Look, it's all coming together. It's the moment of truth. I'm not sure if that's where I want it. Oh, it's going to have to be, because that's happening. And then this guy I might pick up a little bit. Just a little bit. I could let that piece hang down. Like the bottom of it, there's no reason for me. It's just my art journal. I need to relax. It's not a big deal. There we go. He needs to move over a little bit. He's not gonna. It's just happening. Putting it down. No more fussing. Does not have to be perfect. And then I don't need to do that either. He's just gonna float around anyway. There goes my little love tag. And with that, I think it looks great. Oh, I wish I would have bumped this up just a little bit, but it's okay. I could put some glossy accents on there if it really bugs me. But again, art journal, let it be. Let it be, let it be. is in its permanent home. Oh my gosh, that is so grungy. God, that is grunge-tastic. I need white splatters. Definitely. What do y'all think? I can't not do it. It's gotta happen. I did dark splatters everywhere. Now I need to pull the white in. I think that will be just what we need to tie it all together. So sorry. I keep clearing my voice. I'm sure that gets annoying listening to, but I'm sick. I can't help it. I do not have like white ink. I wish I did. I wish I did, but I don't. So I always just use white paint. It's the cheapest option. It's what? Hold on. Oh yeah, it's clogged. It's the cheapest option that I got. Now it's unclogged. Ugh! More than I needed. And again, here I am with not enough water, but I'm almost done, so I can just go wash it all off in the sink when we're done. Wow, that's a little bit too much water. See if I can make it pull away. Splatter time. A little bit more water. What do I want to cover up? I feel like I should be covering something up here. I think I want to cover up my words. Don't be scared. It's going to have to be good enough. I'll wash that off here in a little bit. I really like it. I got to be careful here. I got to take this to the sink in a little bit. I got to clean this up. I'm going to dry it. And then we're going to take a final last look. My lighting does not do this justice. It looks so pretty. I hope that the camera is picking up the prettiness here. My white splatters, they always fade away. If it was gouache or something like that, which is, I just haven't bought it. I probably really should. But I just haven't yet. I've got lots of dimension. The books are even lifting. The tag is lifting. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Cool. All right. And then it goes in my book. We'll just do a quick flip through for those that haven't seen it. Small steps. Soul shine. Smartest things warm the heart. That one was fun. I loved them all. They were all fun. Sunflowers. Learning how to sketch things. That's just for my own. Just ignore that if you want. It's actually harder than you think to draw that. Timeless. Like this one. That one was fun. I really like these two. I love them all, to be honest with you. So I just have the signatures in there. I pull it out. And then stick it right on there. In its new home. It's forever home. And I just like to use glue. You can use ATG. You can use whatever. Liquid glue. You can use tape runner. Whatever you want. My glue is usually out, so I just use that. But every once in a while, I use my ATG gun. But it is not out right now. I gotta keep my needle in here. If I don't, it'll get clogged. I love that. I'm already almost out of that bottle. I'm gonna need to buy it in bigger bottles. And there goes. The measurement should be perfectly on point because it's the same, but there's always a little give and take in there. And if it's off for whatever reason, you just ink it, cut it, whatever. No reason to fuss. Nice. I got my steampunk on. Dang it, I love that page. Yeah. I hope you guys like it too. I could put some glossy accents in there. I have to. Like, I can't not do it now that I said that. Let me make sure I have some that is not dried up. All right. Gotta do it. There's going to be bubbles in there because I'm doing it quick. So now it's not going to go in my book for a while because glossy accents definitely take some time. There and there. Oh, I just put a huge bubble on there. It's texture, right? Doesn't matter. So I'm going to hit that down, squeeze it up, squeeze it in, and tighten it. That's how I make sure that my glossy accents don't get clogged. I got a little bubble. Pop it with my needle. And we are good. I know that you can't tell on the camera now because it's not, hopefully you can see. But that little shine will add a lot to that page. Oh my God, I love it. I was not sure if that was going to work out. And it did. I think it did anyway. Let me know what you guys think in the comment. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you want to see more art journal pages, if you like cards, if you love it all, whatever. I love hearing from you guys. But let me know what you think. I know it's a really long video, but that's what it takes for art journal. So I hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. What is it? Tomorrow's Friday. So have a wonderful weekend. And then if I don't do another video before the holidays, I hope you all have a wonderful holiday. Thanks for watching, guys.